Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Roche Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing Rogue One, a Star Wars story. It was directed by Gareth Edwards, released December 16, 2016. And there's definitely going to be some spoilers here. It stars Felicity Jones and Diego Luna, and quite frankly, it wasn't a bad film. And I think overall, it's better than The Force Awakens, but I'll get into that later. This film takes place in between Episode 3 and Episode 4, so it's pretty much like Star Wars 3.5, and it's ultimately about how the rebels get the info to destroy the Death Star, while introducing some new characters and trying to make us feel good about the whole Star Wars franchise again. First off, let's get into my dislikes though. There are many things I can dislike about this film and nitpick at, but I think overall it was done very well, and it was pretty natural and looked very well, so I'm not going to nitpick at it. I'm just going to name a few bullet points of the things I didn't like about it. First off, being on 8 different planets in the first fucking 15 minutes of the movie was a little ambitious. Just a little bit, guys. You might want to just reel that in, set up the story first, and then get to the planets. Next, it's just not a Star Wars film to me unless there's a Jedi in it. Go figure. This film was a 2-hour film, and in the last 5 minutes, we finally get a real Jedi in there, you know? And that's just kind of weird. So with that said, I think they should have just filmed a short little Jedi scene in the beginning of the film, somebody using a lightsaber or something like that, some type of force power, so we can hold on to something till the very end of the film. Next, the speeches. There's just too many speeches in this film.
Ooh, the big speech.
Also, the red themes. There's a whole bunch of red in this film, as well as The Force Awakens and the preview to Episode 8. So all 3 of these films are continuing along this red theme, and I'm just kind of wondering if that's on purpose. The next thing I did not like was the repeating of "The Force is with me, I am one with the Force." I understand what they're trying to do with that, but I feel like once or twice was good. We didn't need you to keep on going back to that. It was just a little bit cheesy for me. The next thing I disliked was the rebels and how the lines are being blurred in this film about who the rebels are and whether they're good or bad. They have these rebels in this movie that almost look like terrorists. They're like blowing up shit and like sabotaging shit. And I just know somebody's going to make the correlation as to are these people good or are they not? In the original Star Wars films, there was no question about who was bad and who was good. So I'm a little bit skeptical as to why they went about it that way and how and why that's being introduced, because I just know people are taking it a certain type of way. Next, Saw Gerrera, played by Forrest Whitaker, didn't really do anything for me, and I just wish his character had a little bit more depth. They added some sound effects to his little breathing thing, which made him kind of sound like Darth Vader. And it was just nothing special. I love Forrest Whitaker. I just wish he could have added a little bit more to this film. With that said, let's get to the things that I loved about Rogue One. It felt really natural as a story, and it wasn't forced. Nothing was forced. It was a good story, and it looked very pretty. It looked beautiful. And when you have those two things, that's like the recipe for a good movie or an entertaining film. The effects were on point, you know what I mean? When the Death Star was used and the planets were blowing up, that looked amazing. The whole beach battle on Scarif with the stormtroopers on the beach, that was amazing as well. That was really dope. All of these things that I've just said are reasons why this film, I think, overall as a whole, was better than The Force Awakens. Yeah, The Force Awakens had some scenes in there that were crazy, like Kylo Ren stopping the gun blast. But just overall, as a whole, I think this is the reason why this film is better. Jyn over Rey, you know what I mean? I think Jyn is just more of a composed, believable, down-to-earth character, and I kind of felt her plight more than I felt Rey's. You know, Rey just kind of had everything kind of going her way already, and Jyn was kind of more in a tough spot and had to make shit happen from a way more tougher point of view. So let me know what you guys think about that. Next is Cassian and Jyn. They just had chemistry on film, you know, whether you like it or not, good or bad. When she found out that he was about to go kill her father, or he was at least thinking about it, and they had that whole discussion, that tension there and how they were not feeling each other at all, you know, that was fantastic. I think that was believable for sure, and I just didn't get that once again from Force Awakens. Instead we got goofy Rey and Finn over here, you know, acting like damn fools. Next is the choking on aspiration scene where Vader chokes out Krennic. You know, that was cool because you actually got to see the use of Force powers. Go figure. Next, K2SO was a good little robot in there that was utilized well and not too cheesy. You know, he created a little bit of comic relief, but not too much comic relief to where it was like too tongue-in-cheek. It was just enough, I think, and then he gets killed and sacrifices himself, just like everybody in this film. That was another thing that made it very serious and down-to-earth, the fact that everybody damn near dies for the cause. Next, Donnie Yen and Zhang Wen played two of the team members on Jin's team to help get this information and, you know, towards the cause, and they were just a great addition. It's cool to see two Asians added instead of maybe like CGI characters, which I think they originally wanted to do. So that's dope, because I'm all about diversity. I don't know why people think diversity is a bad thing. Some people think it's an old wooden ship. Next, the Darth Vader scene at the end was really dope. It's probably the best Darth Vader scene ever. Lastly, the digitally imposed Princess Leia was very interesting, but I think it was tasteful because she just turns around, they hand her the info, and she says hope. You know what I mean? It's just one line, and it obviously, you know, sets up the episode 4, which is the New Hope, and that's awesome. But overall, I think this film was better than The Force Awakens, and I'm excited to see what happens in episode 8. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm pretty sure Finn is not going to be a Jedi at all, but if he is a Jedi, I will eat my words. I'm also interested in him becoming a Jedi, even if it is on the dark side of the Force. If he is on the dark side of the Force, you know, I'll take it with a grain of salt, but at least he'll be a Jedi. At least he'll have some skills. At least he'll be, you know what I mean, doing some wicked shit out here, not just being a bumbling idiot like he was in The Force Awakens. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think this film is better than The Force Awakens? Also, do you think Finn is going to be a Jedi in episode 8 or not? Whether he's on the light side of the Force or the dark side of the Force. Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.